partners, spiritual partners, we have telepathy and everything, but how is that going to help us in the 3D living, in paying the bills in the house, in rearing children if we have any, you know? All these thoughts of the 3D world are coming into the feminine's mind also. So feminine is also hesitant, withdrawn. She is also not 100% sure that she wants to be with the twin flame, you know. Or she's also contemplating whether he will be a good husband, a good father, you know. She's also thinking in the 3D terms, and so is he. Now, how you can break this cycle is you stop thinking in the 3D terms, and you kind of, I would use the term embrace. You embrace your twin wholeheartedly, even though he's at the stage right now where he is not being able to develop all of his gifts, meaning materialistic earning and, you know, having full wholeness in his body, even though he's not perfect and 100% over there. But life is not about perfection. Life is about being perfectly imperfect, you know. So you can break the cycle. The divine feminine can break the cycle, you know, by not focusing on the reality, but focusing on what she wants to visualize and imagine, or what she wants her twin flame or the masculine to be really like. And he will get all those properties or all those qualities just because you're visualizing him in that way, you know. And the sooner you let go of all the resistance that you have, that no, this cannot happen, how am I going to go from point A to point B when he is not even, like, you know, changing a little bit. He will only change or show change when you visualize him as a changed person before he actually changes. So this is the paradox. This is the paradox. He will only change when you visualize the change in him. And you might question, why is the divine feminine always doing all the work? Because she is the master of this journey. She is the king of this journey. He is the queen, you know. For once, the universe has let go of all worldly and society paradigms, and they have given the woman the crown, the first spot. That is why you have to do the work first and he follows. It's not like he does the work and you follow. So think of this positively. For once in a lifetime where everything is man-oriented, 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 this journey is female-oriented. Now again, coming to the channeling. Now they were asking me, all three of them were asking me what should they do or how should they approach, you know. They were like begging me. One of them was the white male, was also crying a little bit. I saw some tears fall, you know. And they were asking me, what do you suggest? How do we move forward, you know? What do we do? We are not in a right element, you know. So I did suggest that they should, the modes of communication, they should open up communication, they should be vulnerable, they should be their authentic selves, and they should be nothing, they should do nothing fake, because the feminine doesn't want anything fake. She's also been waiting from a long time, and now she's also losing hope. So if time is running out, so if you really want to do something, go ahead and do it, and do it with a larger gesture, you know. Do larger gestures. I suggested flowers, I suggested, you know, although all these things don't matter, but I do believe that the twin feminine collective wants a very big gesture from the masculine now, a very big receiving, you know, because if you say, oh hi, how are you, she's not going to be, you know, she's just going to think he's starting to flirt again, you know. Or even if the regular flirting he does, it's not going to make a big impact with the feminine collective because she's gone through so much. But I suggested them that they have to do something big this time, including an apology, maybe, you know, not that this is some ego thing where apology is needed, but, you know, a good apology, a very big gesture, like a very big heartfelt gesture, you know, which dissolves all the barriers which have been felt in the past, which is sadness, disillusionment, karmic partners, you know, not communicating for years together, you know. These kind of things will only be washed away by a bigger ocean, you know. If you have a bucket full of tears, it is only going to fall on the floor when the ocean strikes it. So now the masculine needs the ocean, you know. So with this thing, they kind of understood that this is what they need to do, and I hope that this channeling has given you valuable information, and you are trying to also heal yourself, to prepare yourself for the union, because the masculine seems to be ready. He's doing a little bit of more contemplation, and soon many of you, I would suggest 80% of you, will get some form of contact in the month of August, and really, I feel you will get contact in the month of August and things will follow from there for many of you. I don't commit that for 100% of you, but most of you will get some form of telepathic 5D contact or real contact in 3D, because when things happen to me in dream space and when the channeling starts in dream space and then comes into my early morning routine, they are very authentic, you know. And when the masculine is coming, showing their full self, you know, generally you feel the energy and you channel, you know, or generally I feel the energy and I channel. But when I see a full human figure, a full human form, the channeling is very authentic. So I wish you have taken valuable information from this video, and I wish that you really take the real concepts that I'm trying to teach here and also go through all of my other videos. There's a twin flame teaching playlist where much information is there, and don't just take the information from one video, because there are a lot of concepts that I work with, and my mission is to empower people and for them to have all kinds of information so that you can make your decisions. And if your decision is to leave the twin flame journey and go to a soulmate, or use your free will and do whatever you want to do in your life, that is your cup of tea and you're most welcome to do that. I'm nobody to tell you what to do. But if you take personal advice from me, or even this free airtime advice from me, I would tell you to stick to the twin flame journey, because even if you go to a soulmate, you're going to have the same mirror reflections in him, a slightly better relationship. But the universe, if they want your union with your twin flame masculine, they're going to send you back on the twin flame journey. So you've wasted another 2 years in being with the soulmate and then returning back. So I personally would never recommend, unless it is a very mentally, physically abusive relationship with your twin flame, I would never recommend that you leave the journey and go somewhere else. But everyone has their own cup of tea, and I'm totally okay with you taking decisions in your own life. But if you would take advice from me or consult me, this is what I would say, generally speaking, 80% of the times. And your opinion is your opinion. I really appreciate all of you who are listening to these videos, and my clientele is very strong, and there are numerous people who really do a lot of work with me, so they understand what I'm trying to say, you know, and that is all that matters, you know. A random person coming from here and there and saying something, you know, without a real identity even, you know, without a real name on the YouTube, doesn't really matter, you know. And you know who I'm speaking to, you know all my privileged clientele, you know, and you will get the idea of this video, and you are all that matters. Thank you so much.